Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. And before I start this video, let me wish all of you a happy new year. I hope this year is much, much, much better than the year that we had. I hope this year brings all of you a lot of joy and success in your life. And talking about joy, let's talk about football because that brings all of us so much joy. Right, so let's talk about the games that took place on the New Year Day. In the English Premier League, Arsenal versus Manchester City and Spurs versus Watford. So let's talk about the first game. In the first game, Arsenal versus Manchester City. What a glorious performance. What a wonderful performance from Arsenal. It was a nail biter. It was an extremely entertaining game. I did not expect Arsenal to put in the performance that it did. They exceeded my expectations, and for that, uh, credit credit to Arsenal. Amazing performance. So yeah, let me clap for you, man. You were brilliant. You were absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure the Arsenal fans must be proud of your performance because this, I feel, was one of their best performances ever. Not ever, okay, I shouldn't say ever, but in the last few years, this was the best performance in a few years. In the first half, right, especially before the penalty, Arsenal were dominating Manchester City. They were dominating Manchester City. Manchester City were in their defensive half. They were pushed back into their defensive half. The press was amazing. The plays between the players was amazing. That first goal, well deserved. Well deserved. What a well crafted goal that was. Man, I did not expect the match to be this close. I mean, yes, we all know that Arsenal have improved a lot, and I didn't expect a drubbing from Manchester City, but I didn't expect this. I'm seriously blown away by this performance. And yeah, Arsenal, if you keep doing this, if you keep putting up these performances, top four is within your reach. You've got to do it. You've got to be consistent. But yeah, great performance, great performance. I mean, Saka, Odegaard, uh, Thomas Partey, I, best player for Arsenal, I feel. He was everywhere. He was the boss of the midfield battle. He was the boss. Alexander Lacazette, again, great leadership from him. Good performance from him. From the defensive aspect, Ramsdale didn't have a lot to do, and the goals which he conceded weren't really his fault. So you can't blame Ramsdale for the two goals. One was penalty, and the other was point blank range shot from Rodri. So can't do much about that. And Tomiyasu, what a signing! He has proved to be. What a signing! What a signing! Brilliant player, brilliant prospect, brilliant potential, and yeah, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel. These three were amazing. They were simply amazing. And the right back two, I forgot. Left back, sorry. Tierney. Yeah, Tierney was great. Tierney was great. He was outstanding. So defensively, they were solid. Midfield, Thomas Partey was great. In the attacking front also, they were brilliant. And for the first 50-55 minutes, just before the penalty, we can all agree that Arsenal were the better team. In fact, even when they lost their man, didn't uh, make life easy for Manchester City. It was really tough for them. They had to grind that result out. They had to score in the dying moments of the game to get ahead and ultimately win the match. So credit to Arsenal. Credit to Arsenal. This was an outstanding performance from them. It showed great character from those players. Personally, I was hoping that Arsenal would win this game because that would mean that Liverpool could still have a chance to catch up. And then I was okay with a draw too because at least City would draw points and we would at least close the gap. But that didn't happen for a multitude of reasons. But mainly because Arsenal didn't take a few of the chances. Some decisions didn't go their way. Some stupid mistakes from the Arsenal players. These three things, when combined against Manchester City, it spells trouble. It spells trouble for any team. So let's talk about what Arsenal did wrong, right? So they squandered a few chances. I mean, yes, the main chance which comes to mind is the Martinelli chance where um, Nathan Ake had to clear the ball from the goal line, and Martinelli had a great chance to get the team ahead, but he squandered it. And that was like the one blip I feel from Martinelli's performance because otherwise Martinelli was amazing. But you cannot squander those chances. There was no keeper. He should have scored it. It was an open goal and he didn't score. He should have scored on the follow up. Sorry, you cannot make that mistake. You cannot make that mistake. Had he scored that goal, maybe Gabriel doesn't get sent off, or even if he does get sent off, he gets sent off later in the game, and so it won't impact the result that much. But as we know, Martinelli missed that shot, and then uh, when Edison took the goal kick, it resulted in a foul from Gabriel, who was already on a yellow card because he tried to uh, he tried to do something to the penalty spot, right? He stormed on the penalty spot or something like that. Against a stupid yellow card, and then the foul which he committed, which maybe was, yeah, probably a yellow card. So that makes it two yellow cards. He gets sent off. Arsenal are down to 10 men against City. The odds are not looking good, but Arsenal were determined and they tried to make sure that they keep uh, they don't lose. They don't let City score, and they almost did that. They were so close, but let's not just say that Arsenal uh, were completely at fault. I mean, they were. Don't get me wrong. And because of those mistakes, I'd say that a draw was a fair result based on the performances. If Arsenal had not committed those mistakes, I would have said that Arsenal should have won the game. But because they made some silly mistakes, like the Gabriel one and then Xhaka, I mean, yes, Silva is making the most out of it. But Xhaka is an experienced player. You have to recognize what the other player is doing. You feel that Bernardo Silva is going down, right? He's deliberately going down to get a penalty. Don't uh, try, don't pull his shirt. And okay, and no, it wasn't just the pulling of the shirt. I mean, he put his leg across him, and Bernardo Silva saw the opportunity, he took it. He deliberately got the foul and got the penalty. he was not quick enough to remove his leg. His leg got fixed in that position when his leg went across uh, Bernardo Silva. Right, he was trying to get the ball, and he had to quickly recover, but he didn't. His leg got stuck, and then Silva took that opportunity, tripped on his leg, and City got a penalty. So yeah, that penalty, and basically because of that penalty, Gabriel, he, I should say, Gabriel should have not lost his cool, but in the heat of the moment, he did lose his cool, and because of that, he got his first yellow card, and then when he got his second yellow card, he got sent off. The dynamic of the game completely changed. So that penalty was a costly one, and Shaka is certainly responsible. Not 100% responsible, but Shaka could have done much better. So that was mistake one. Mistake two was Gabriel's outburst, and then that, what was he trying to do? Trying to stop. Who was it? Some City player, I forgot. Gabriel Jesus, it was. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, he was trying to stop Gabriel Jesus. And as a result, Gabriel got sent off, and things were not looking good for them, for Arsenal. In the end, Arsenal did lose. One more controversial decision which the ref made, and I believe that it was the wrong call, and it's that the Edison Odegaard penalty situation. I feel it was a penalty. It was a penalty. Edison got Odegaard first before he kicked the ball. Odegaard, uh, uh, his leg was kind of protecting the ball from Edison, and Edison went through his leg to get to the ball. And the thing is, it's like very close. It's a matter of few milliseconds, I feel. But there was this angle from where I could see that Edison had caught Odegaard. And that's where I guess the Arsenal fans would be dismayed. They wouldn't be happy with the decision, because for the Odegaard Edison situation, the referee didn't go to the screen. But for Bernardo Silva's penalty, he did go to the screen and overturned his decision. So that must have stung the Arsenal supporters. And I'll be honest, had it happened to Liverpool, I would have uh, not liked it at all. So I empathize with the Arsenal supporters. I sympathize with them. I sympathize with them, and the referees should have some consistencies. This cannot go on. You cannot have inconsistencies in a game, during a game. I mean, okay, across multiple games, maybe it's open to interpretation. So, yeah, maybe there's some inconsistencies. But during the same game, you cannot have inconsistencies. I'm sorry, you cannot do that. That is not fair. And I feel that Odegaard deserved a penalty. And had he got the penalty, they would have more likely they would have scored, and they would have gotten a 2-0 lead on City, and that would have changed the game. That would have changed the game, and that was a big mess, I believe, from the referees, and some accountability has to be there. But it is what it is, sadly. But yeah, even though Arsenal lost the match, there are clear signs of progression, and the future looks good for Arsenal. Yeah. Now let's talk about. Oh, I came too close to the camera, right? Yeah. Now let's talk about the second game of the day, which was between Spurs and Watford. Spurs won the game thanks to the 96th minute goal from Davinson Sanchez. What a goal. And honestly, Conte has transformed Tottenham. He's turned around their fortunes, and Conte has shown why he's such a great manager. He has been able to unlock the players' capabilities, the players' potential to the maximum. The players are playing to the best of their abilities. They are at their complete best. And as a result, this squad, which doesn't have a lot of world class players, is giving one wonderful, wonderful fight for the top four race. And yeah, this is certainly turning out to be exciting. And I have to say, credit to Conte because the team is a reflection of the manager. And when Tottenham wins the game from a 96th minute goal, that shows that Tottenham have they've got that spirit that we have to try and try till we succeed. We have to try. It doesn't matter how many tries it takes. We have to try until we succeed. That's what I see in Liverpool. They Liverpool tries and tries and tries. They go and take their chances. It doesn't matter if it's not going in. They'll go again. They'll give it a go again. They'll go on and on and on. And that's what you need. That is what you need. And yeah, the fact that they scored in the last minute of the game is certainly, I mean, in a way, it's not good because you should have beaten Watford much earlier and much more comfortably, but still, it shows strength of character from Tottenham and interesting days ahead for the Premier League season because I've went through the Premier League table and right now, as things stand, as things stand, right, Arsenal are in fourth position with 35 points, having played 20 games. West Ham have also played 20 games. I mean, they're playing the 20th game right now as I'm recording this video. But they're 3-0 up already, so they'll most likely win this game. So that would take them to 34 points out of 20 games, 1 point behind Arsenal. Tottenham are sixth with 33 points, but they have 2 games in hand over West Ham and Arsenal. Tottenham have played 18 games and they've scored 33 points. Chelsea are second with 42 points, having played 20 games already. So if Spurs win their remaining 2 matches, they'll be 3 points behind Chelsea. Yeah. So it's not looking good for Chelsea, and I mean, Chelsea are in a tough spot right now. You know what's happening there. You know what is happening there. Lukaku, what were you thinking? Why would you give that interview? You didn't inform any of your representative. You didn't inform your club. You thought, I don't know what he was thinking. I think he was trying to apologize to the Inter Milan fans, but went way overboard in showing his affection for Inter Milan. That's what I feel, and now he has anchored everyone. Not a smart move, but that kind of situation. And in addition to the injuries and COVID cases that they have got, I mean, I hope everyone, all the players recover quickly. Obviously, I mean that goes without saying. But this present situation doesn't look good for Chelsea, and on the basis of current form, Chelsea are under threat. Of course, we play against Chelsea tomorrow. We have got to beat them. we've got to beat them. That there's no excuse left, because if we don't beat them, we are out of this race. We are out. We have to beat them. Draw is not good enough. We have to get all 3 points from Chelsea. But yeah, Chelsea right now the situation is not looking good. Man United are also, they're also close. They're not that far away. They are uh, seventh, I believe, with 31 points out of 18 games. But again, as with Chelsea United, things are not looking good. The things that are coming behind the scenes, right? It's not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Players complaining that, oh, we have to drive in the evening. What? I couldn't believe my ears when I heard that. When I heard that players are complaining that they have to drive in the evening, so that's why they don't like the current training sessions. What? What? That cannot be real. And if it's real, crazy. Yeah, but it just shows. It just shows how things are at these clubs, and if this situation continues, I can see Arsenal, Spurs, or West Ham uh, getting the top four places. I mean, maybe two out of the three teams that I just mentioned, maybe they get the top four place. But yeah, I mean, City are running away with the title, but the top four race is on, and it's one brilliant. It's gonna be one brilliant fight, between these teams. It's gonna be amazing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I would just like to conclude by saying this, that just this last year, after the end of this season, many people wrote off Arsenal and Spurs. Not anymore. I'm not going to make that mistake. And this just shows what the influence of a manager means to a club, how it can impact the player's performance, and why a manager is so important to a club. And I feel managers should be backed more. Sometimes players get backed more, even though the manager might be doing the right thing, but it's sometimes if the results are not going their way, the manager has to face the axe, and that is sad, but it is the reality of the situation. And honestly, I disagree with these uh, circumstances, these situations that arise when manager gets sacked, even if he's trying to build something special. I mean, look at Arsenal. Arteta could have been sacked any time they wanted. Uh, Arteta could have been sacked so many times, but Arsenal stuck with him, and now they are reaping the benefits. Sometimes you've got to be patient, but we'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, it's looking uh, great for the Premier League. It's going to be an exciting contest between these 4 5 teams, and I'm up for it. So yeah, again, I'd like to conclude this video now. And before I do that, I'd like to request you, if you like this video, consider liking this video. And also, if you want to see more content from this channel, try to subscribe to this channel. It helps me a lot. And yeah, I'd like to wish all of you again a very happy new year. And remember, you'll never walk alone.